You. What's up, fine? Today we're gonna be doing a recap on Mr. Damien McDaniel. This was a little crazy case. Young dude out of New Orleans was just going crazy on the world down there. Freaking 18 bodies and 30 attempts. Hey, one of them type of times, man. Yeah, listen. I got my grandma cap on, fresh out the shizzle. Whole face right behind the joint. That's crazy business. Take our little 10 minutes, get our situation in order right quick. Trying to figure this little screen out why this joint is actually dang like that. I gotta do this one on a small like that. Sheesh. Y'all come on in. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. See if we catch our girl. You smell me. We can't get sister pop in with us. I wonder why this joint was doing that though. That's different. I ain't never had the picture so big like that. I mean, just way different. I want a little better so we can actually see what's going on. See what all this going on in the background. Take off the grandma joint for a second. You smell me. Yeah. Got that line, that hard line of what the fuck they call it? Demarcation. And let me get into the video, man. I messed all of that.
The story of this 22-year-old Damien McDaniel from Birmingham, Alabama is worse than I initially thought. Originally, when I first stumbled upon this story, which I covered 11 months ago, he was accused of being responsible for 11 murders and 30 attempts. Fast forward till date, prosecutors are now alleging he's responsible for 7 additional bodies.
Damn. So listen, I reacted to a video about this guy probably around that same amount of time. And if that video was made by you, shout out to you. Either way, we gonna definitely hit that like, comment, subscribe button on your situation. It's crazy that they have added more bodies to this young man. This is just astonishing. You want to know what's really crazy? I had a young lady hit me on Instagram and tell me that she was the cousin of one of the victims. And she wasn't really too kind with her words about him. I mean, really, she only said she just hoped he never get out of jail, which is understandable if he killed someone in her family. But I asked her would she like to come up here and, speak her piece, and she declined. Hopefully she see this video and, want to come up and talk to us about what happened with the situation. As much as she can. We not a snitch platform over here, so as much as she can.
In a number, a staggering 18 murders and 30 attempts. While most young...
I think what really fascinates me about Mr. McDaniels and his situation is how much he closely resembles my youngest brother, Free Fancy.
Young men of his age are home playing video games. It seems like this guy was out here playing GTA in real life. So I'ma just break down the timeline of his spree as alleged by investigators in the state of Alabama. So make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments section. Also hit the like button so the video can get to more people. Without any further delays, let's get to it.
Let's get to it, brother.
Gonna do the same thing to you, so why not do it to them? Why show them compassion when they ain't gonna show your folk no compassion?
Basically, saying he ain't sparing shit.
For what? They ain't gonna spare me.
Gonna put it like
that.
Wait.
Hey, whoever we got in the building, hit the like button for me one time. And you know what I'm saying? Speak up, drop your name or something. Let us know where you from. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on tonight? How you feeling?
When if they son end up dead and they come to court, they ain't gonna spare me in the court.
Bruh, I remember seeing this, right? And look, I paused it at the right point in time. Look at this man's face, right? I remember seeing this interview when they did it because somebody was in like, I think the most dangerous neighborhood type joint, and they was in New Orleans, right? And I remember seeing this, and I was looking at his man's face as he made the comment that he's making now. He's dead serious. It's not no exaggeration in his face. It's not no scaredness in his voice or face when he said this. But his man looked and was like, "Oh shit."
What wrong?
Hey, I know it
gonna want my ass.
Nah.
You hear me?
The guy who he got his arms around is Naquan Lola. He is also a co-defendant in one of the incidents I'm about to describe here. This is a timeline on the violent spree he was accused of committing. On July 12th.
I mean, look, he was with it, and like he said, he been out here stepping, he been doing this thing, so he know nobody ain't sparing him if they call him. It's just crazy that I could read that in his face.
2023, two firefighters were doing their morning routine maintenance.
We waited for our girl Nolly Sam. She probably went to sleep on her. She was in here early. We did a little chat earlier.
At their local station in Norwood neighborhood, when somebody entered through an open door bay and opened fire on both of them. Both men ended up being rushed to the hospital. And 5 days later, one of the individuals, Jordan Melton, succumbed to his...
So this dude right here is so prolific in what he was doing. I'm going to name him the New Orleans Wayne Perry. He got 18 bodies, 7 of which just came up almost a year later, and 30 attempts. That put him at almost 50. They said Wayne Perry didn't get on the police map till he had 50 bodies. I'm going to call him the Wayne Perry of New Orleans. Why I say that is because before he was even, I think it was the Family TV, which is a DC podcast. He do stuff like this that I watch. I was reacting to one of his videos about a firefighter who was gunned down because he was a witness to his friend being gunned down. And the guy walked into the fire department and gunned him down and shot one of his friends. The friend survived, and the target actually died. So, yeah, he was on straight bullshit, bro. He was when niggas be saying I'm with the shits, Shorty was the shits. They was with him.
Injuries, while the second man, Jamal Jones, survived.
Guys, I can tell you that right now, the police are working very hard to figure out who shot those 2 gentlemen right here in the Norwood neighborhood, right in front of, or right inside, I should say, station number 9 here. As you can see it behind me, those gentlemen standing right inside the bay doors there, they were open at the time. It happened at about 8:30 this morning. And again, they were standing just inside those open bay doors. And you just heard, we have just learned very recently the names of the 2 victims and their condition. One listed in serious condition, the other in critical condition.
Prosecutors are alleging it was Damien who walked through that door and opened fire on those men. Later on in November of 2023, police were called to a home around 4 p.m.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? The initial thing that I heard about him from was that fire station shooting. It wasn't even this one that they're about to discuss.
When they arrived, they found 52-year-old Regginal Bryant laying unresponsive in the back of a home after being shot. Police said it appeared that Bryant had been a robbery target, and he was approached by several suspects prior and then fired upon, causing his death.
A man is dead tonight following a possible ambush shooting this afternoon in the North Pratt neighborhood. The call came in just before 4 o'clock on Closhire Lane. Investigators believe the victim was at a home in the neighborhood when he was approached by...
Hold up. Hey, Magic, you know Southside special right now, bro. If you got some, now we gonna hit the like button and we gonna take a shot. You smell me? First shot of the video.
Several people then shot. The man died at the scene. No arrests have been made.
Damien and another individual.
So what kind of fire department they had where this guy was able to walk in there? I'm guessing plain face and do this, because don't they got a bunch of cameras in the firehouse?
Lorenzo Wiley are both charged with capital murder in this case. 2 months later, on January 10th of 2024, officers were dispatched to a home in Oak Ridge Park neighborhood just after 2 a.m. on reports that a person...
One thing I will say is, if he was in the streets living that street life like it seems, he got 30 attempts and 18 confirmed bodies by the government. I'm willing to say that he haven't snitched on nobody. Who is he snitched on? Because there should be a lot more people locked up. I'm sure he had some people ride with him to go do these things.
Person had been shot. When they arrived, they found 21-year-old Mia Nixon laying in the driveway and suffering from a gunshot wound. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
That late breaking news out of Birmingham this morning. Birmingham police telling us that a young woman was shot and killed in front of her home. It happened on Greencrest Turn in Crestwood. Birmingham police identifying the young victim.
And look, bro wasn't even having no pics. Nigga, man, woman, government official, firefighter. Bro was down there going ham. I think the one that really broke the case open was he wound up killing like the mayor's nephew or something, some shit like that.
As 21-year-old Mia Nixon, investigators say that whoever shot her took off. No one has been arrested.
Damien is charged with intentional murder.
Fool, this in New Orleans, bro.
This is horrible. Missing teeth causes a range of different problems.
And
this in New Orleans. And you know they starting to say now the New Orleans. Yup, the New Orleans, they starting to say New Orleans and DC niggas be hanging tight, running tight out the feds. You know what I'm saying? But I could see him fitting in amongst the DC crowd. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a little DC YN that's ready to be on some goofy shit.
The next month, on February 15th of 2024, police began investigating the disappearance of Regginal Webster and Christian Norris. Norris and Webster, both 20 years old, were last seen alive on Valentine's Day as they left the residence in the Ensley area on their way to a movie theater. 2 days later, their bodies were found inside their car in the William neighborhood.
And you see that little shorty out with her nigga and don't know what he got going on, and she's a casualty of war, innocent bystander, or she could have been with the shits. That's her nigga. And you know what I'm saying? She got took out with him. I say all that to say is this. We need those parents that get involved in who their kids talk to, where they're going, because for a young man, you may bring a female home and moms could never met her, but she could pick up something from the little girl, spurred, see traits in her, and she don't want that for you. And I feel like the same thing goes for the fathers with their daughters. Had that young man had to go through her father to get to her, I'm sure if Pops would have picked up some signals that probably could have prevented her from being in any of these type of situations.
Wild part about the story was that Webster was actually pregnant at the time. And the prosecutor said one of the couple was actually related to Damien. That was their cousin. Sadly, the fetus never got a chance to see the world. Another 2 months later.
Did you say he killed his cousin? Are they saying he killed his cousin? Because if the cousin was the female, that means he killed his pregnant cousin. And I wonder now that this guy's going body for body, I wonder if the female cousin, I wonder if this female is the cousin of the lady who was on my page on Instagram and said that this guy deleted one of
actually related to Damien. That was their cousin.
Dang.
Sadly, the fetus never got a chance to see the world. Another 2 months later, on April 9th, 2024, a UPS employee was gunned down in the parking lot of a UPS facility in a targeted attack. Police said he had just ended his shift and was shot and killed while walking to his car.
Now, it seemed reckless. It seemed like he just doing anything. But again, like they said, this was a targeted attack, which means that person was sought out to be deleted. So I would say if this was just a UPS guy doing his job, and then you wildin', bro. You know what I'm saying? But if this is a nigga who's in the streets and then going to work, and you catch him at work, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, targeted is targeted. You know what I'm saying?
News, a shooting outside a UPS store in Birmingham. The WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn on the scene as we speak. Aaron, what do we know?
Yeah, guys. So right now, this is being investigated as a homicide. We know that there was a person shot, or that call came out as a person shot. I'm going to step out the way so I can give you a look at the scene here at this UPS facility. So this is where it looks like a UPS warehouse. Now we've seen.
Damn. That mean they had to, whoever the killer was, had to do their homework, know where bro work at, follow him to work, wait for him to get off, or know his shift schedule. That shit seemed a little backdoors to me, man. Man, the ops be knowing some shit. They do. You know what I'm saying? You work for UPS, but I don't know which headquarters you go clock in at. And I also don't know your shift or your work schedule. So I feel like unless Holmes was just super blind and never saw these people following him to get his situation together like they did, that seemed a little backdoors to me right there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Several UPS trucks and semis branded in UPS wrapping that have been diverted because of the traffic here.
Police allege this was a murder for hire plot, and another individual, Charles Nance, was also charged with capital murder for hiring Damien to execute the UPS employee. Another 2 months passed. On July 13th of 2024, there was a huge mass shooting at the Trendsetter Lounge. Officers responded to reports of multiple people shot at the venue, and when they arrived at the scene, they immediately observed the body of Stevie McGee, the 39-year-old Birmingham man, on the sidewalk outside of the club. Inside the club, officers found multiple gunshots victims, 2 of whom were pronounced.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. Going to the club, you definitely have to have a certain energy. Once I slide in the club, and this how I club. Once I slide in the club, if I see people that it look like, man, I might have to do that to their age. I leave the club. I don't be trying to be in a situation where as though I gotta do some shit to somebody and fuck up what I got going on. So, you know what I'm saying? I could deal with certain shit. I understand everybody they man. You know what I'm saying? Man time on man time. But if I'm getting that motherfucker feeling like, man, that nigga right there play, I'm gonna try to like, yeah, I go ahead on slide out. You know what I'm saying? Don't even be worth it. You could pick up them vibes.
That at the scene, Police said 11 additional victims arrived at the hospital throughout the night, one of whom died from their injuries. There was a birthday party being held inside, and an altercation occurred, after which someone drove by outside and opened fire into the club.
Most violent 24-hour period in the
He just shot up the fire department. He just shot up somebody's house. He just shot up the kids in the car, cousin and all. Now he just shot up the damn plug. This nigga is retarded, man.
The city's history this century. 17 people shot in what police call targeted attacks.
Just awful. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane is live and local at police headquarters where city, state, and federal law enforcement held a press conference, Lisa, just a short time ago.
I'm grateful for many things, and talk-based therapy is one of them. Because Adam and I have.
Yeah, it was a packed conference room here at police headquarters this afternoon. The room filled with local, state, and federal authorities, all with one goal: to find the person or the persons responsible for a deadly Saturday in Birmingham.
Man, how many
14 people
hold
shot. State and federal authorities, all with short time ago.
How many police?
Yeah, it was a packed conference room here at police headquarters this afternoon. The room filled with local, state, and federal authorities, all with one goal.
A packed conference room. Local, state, and federal authorities had a conference to catch this man. Oh, they wanted him off the streets bad.
To find the person or the persons responsible for a deadly Saturday in Birmingham. 14 people shot, 4 of them killed Saturday night at this event center in North Birmingham.
There are too many families who have been devastated and destroyed because of gun violence in our city.
Too many.
And everyone in this room,
that's every city,
to be frank, is just sick and tired of it.
Residents in the area seem to be fed up as well.
We got women there. We got kids running around with guns, and the mayor and the councilman do not care.
Man, you got the OG starting to speak out. It has got out of hand. And what happens is the younger generation gets the newer generation of weapons and firearms, right? And old heads ain't used to that shit. And when it gets out of hand and starts to scare the OGs, you start hearing them say shit like that. They can't deal with the young.
Damien was charged alongside another individual at Terriers Woods. Next month, on August 13th, 2024, police responded to a stolen vehicle call in the housing community known as Vice Hills in North Birmingham. When they got there, an officer heard gunshots being fired from inside of a...
What's up, gang? If you ain't subscribed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me one time as you slide through.
Apartment. The officer confronted an armed suspect coming out of the apartment, allegedly Damien, according to police. During the confrontation, the officer fired at him, but missed, and he got into the passenger side of a stolen vehicle and drove away with another suspect.
Damn.
The officers followed.
When I say nigga really playing GTA, he comes out the crime scene where he just dropped a body, gets shot at by the police, hops in a stolen car, and still skirts off
them until they found the vehicle abandoned. Inside the apartments, officers...
Y'all ain't slick, man. You police is human too. And I know, and when it's, especially when it's a city where everybody know each other and we're traveling about how a nigga out here stepping. Y'all come across them cars y'all know got them steppers in it, tinted windows, all them guns and them switches. Y'all don't be trying to catch them for real. Y'all be really waiting for backup, especially if it's nighttime. Y'all don't got fake. Y'all here. We understand.
Then found the 61-year-old Charlie Herbert Moore laying shot and unresponsive. He was pronounced dead at the inside of apartments. Officers then found the 61-year-old Charlie Herbert Moore laying shot and unresponsive.
Senior citizen. Hello? That's a bet. So yeah, bruh smoking senior citizens, teenagers, government officials, It don't matter. And he said at the beginning, he not showing nobody mercy because when they family come to court about him killing their son, they not gonna show him no mercy. Not if the ops catch him. His homie said, yo, if the ops catch me, I know they ain't gonna show me no mercy. This nigga saying the ops ain't catching me. If the peoples catch me when you come to court, you ain't gonna show me no mercy for smashing your son, so why should I show him some mercy? That's some crazy nigga shit.
He was pronounced dead at the scene.
When officers went to that area, that's where they found and heard gunshots, and they also found a man who was armed as well. Now, the officer who arrived at that scene fired towards the armed individual. That armed individual fled the scene in that stolen vehicle, along with a second suspect. Now, according to BPD, that's when the officer followed them along towards the 4100 block of Fairmont Place. That's where BPD was able to recover the stolen vehicle, but both suspects fled that scene, leaving the vehicle empty. During the midst of the chase, another officer checked the apartment where the shots were originally heard and found a man who had been shot. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
Prosecutors charged Damien and Antarius Woods as the one who broke into the man's apartment, and they also charged Charles Nance as the one who lined up the robbery.
And Birmingham police charging
and Antarius Woods.
That's their little hit squad. Antarius, Charles, and Damien.
As the one who broke into the man's apartment, and they also charged Charles Nance as the one who lined up the robbery.
And Birmingham police charging another man with capital murder in a deadly shooting in the Vice Hills housing community earlier this year. Court documents say Charles Nance played a role in Charlie Moore's death after someone broke into his home and shot him back in August. Nance was charged after Damien McDaniel told investigators that Nance was involved too. You might remember.
Well, that fucks up what I was saying in the beginning. I thought the nigga ain't snitched on nobody. Here I am saying, yeah, this nigga ain't said a word. And he told investigators every damn thing. Now, no wonder how they put his squad together.
Remember that name. McDaniel is believed to have killed.
I mean, what is he going to get from snitching, man? What kind of break is they going to give him? You got 18 bodies and damn 30 attempts. What kind of deal could they possibly cut him? Or we're not going to give you 20 life sentences. We're going to give you 10. What is the purpose of you snitching?
Killed 11 people over the course of 3 months this year. Right now,
11 bodies in 3 months, y'all. 90+% of the world's population won't catch one body in their entire lifetime. These guys caught 11 bodies in 3 months. That is crazy work, man.
McDaniel, Nance, and Antarius Woods all face charges in Moore's murder.
The next month, on September 19th, police responded to the 604 Bar and Lounge in response to a shooting. Upon arrival, officers entered the bar and found an unresponsive woman, DeAndre Brown, suffering from a gunshot wound. She was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, and she was later pronounced dead. No one else inside the bar was injured, so it was a targeted hit.
News tonight, a homicide investigation happening right now on 9th Street North in Smithfield.
WVTM 13 Zoe Blair is live and local on the scene for us. Zoe, this apparently happened at a nightclub?
That's right. You can see here behind me, the Birmingham Police Department is investigating what they're calling a targeted shooting from earlier tonight. Multiple shots were fired.
Mind you, listen, they keep saying targeted because they know who's doing it. See what I'm saying? If they were saying and what seems to be a targeted hit, police just ran, but they're saying it's targeted because they know who's doing it. That's how I feel about it. Like I said, in them little small spots like that, especially with somebody just 11 joints in 3 months, the streets is talking. And just like you hear stuff in the streets, the police hear stuff in the streets. So let me tell you, 11 in 3 months, the police know who he is. They just ain't have enough time or evidence to actually catch him, which is why when they saw him with the gun, they was trying to just kill him.
604 Lounge over there, they struck one woman. The Birmingham police found that woman unresponsive when they arrived on the scene. She was taken to UAB hospital for her injuries, where she was later pronounced dead.
Damien stands charged with intentional murder and death. Just 2 days later after Brown's shooting.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about
These
it.
dudes be
Meet
living
Base
life
44.
like a real live scary movie.
September 21st.
I'm trying to figure out who writing the script and directing these niggas' lives, man, because these niggas be living the most scariest.
It was another mass shooting at a
lives.
hookah and cigar lounge. It happened outside of
14 shot, 4 died, and now he just pulls another mass shooting with 4 dead and 11 injured. This is psychotic, and I keep saying New Orleans. This is Birmingham, Alabama. So you gotta correct me on
Hush
that.
Lounge, where 4 people were killed and 17 others were injured, most of whom were just caught in the crossfire.
The individual that was targeted is among the deceased. We believe that there was a hit, if you will, on that particular person, as far as, someone was willing to pay money to have that person killed. We just have that information from some of the information we've learned in the last few hours of that investigation. I mean, that could change, but that's where we're at right now. Like I said, there wasn't anything that occurred at any of the businesses nearby. There wasn't an altercation that occurred there on the sidewalk.
How many shooters?
That's my bad, New Orleans,
they
for putting that bone out on y'all.
They were in a vehicle, got out of the vehicle, shooting occurred, they fled in the vehicle.
There was no long breaks after that mass shooting. The next day on the 22nd, officers were dispatched to the South East Lake area in response to a shot spotter alert. Upon arrival, they found 32-year-old Jamarcus McIntyre laying on the sidewalk, suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Officers also located a woman suffering from a gunshot wound nearby, and another male was transported to the hospital in a private vehicle. Damien was charged with capital murder and 3 counts of attempted murder in that case. 3 additional suspects, DeMarco Beck Jr., Naquan Lawler, and Larry Rollins, face additional charges ranging from capital murder to trafficking heroin.
I'm confused,
Transported to the
man.
hospital in private.
I'm confused again. I don't see what's the purpose of this guy going in there and saying anything other than to clear his conscience as a human being and give some peace to the family. I cannot see what this guy is benefiting or profiting by coming in there and giving up his game. I can't see what he's benefiting from this
vehicle. Damien was charged with capital murder and 3 counts of attempted murder in that case. 3 additional suspects, DeMarco Beck Jr., Naquan Lawler, and Larry Rollins, face additional charges ranging from capital murder to trafficking heroin. In October of 2024 was when Birmingham police chief announced Damien's arrest and charges. At the time, they were only charging him with 11 murders.
How you go from Mr. I ain't showing nobody mercy to snitching on your own squad? This crazy.
So I want to discuss, as Sergeant
This
Wade said,
crazy.
several updates on.
But that let y'all know I really be having, I be doing blind reactions to these videos. I don't be watching a lot of them. So if I watch one, I tell y'all, but that just caught me off guard.
Several recent homicides, but I'll be very candid up front. There'll be very limited information on what I'm able to give on some of these investigations. So these will be in chronological order. Our first arrest was of Damien McDaniel, black male, 22 years of age. He is charged with murder with no bond in the murder of Detrinette Brown. That murder occurred on Thursday, September 19th, 2024 at 604 9th Street North. McDaniel is also charged with capital murder and 17 counts of attempted murder in the mass shooting that occurred on Saturday, September 21st, 2024 in the 2000 block of Magnolia Avenue in the 5 Point South.
Mo, so my thing is this, again, this is hearing his charges as soon as he got caught. What kind of deal could they offer this man? What kind of deal could they offer, bro?
Entertainment District. These charges have no bond. On September 22nd, 2024, a homicide occurred at 775 81st Place South, which resulted in the death of Jamarcus McIntyre. The following suspects have been charged in his arrest. Damien McDaniel, black male, 22 years of age, is charged with capital murder and 3 counts of attempted murder in this case with no bond. Naquan Lawler, black male, 22 years of age, is charged with capital murder and 3 counts of attempted murder with no bond in this case.
Dang.
Larry Rollins Jr., black male, 31 years of age, is charged with capital murder and trafficking heroin with no bond. And DeMarco Beck, black male, 29 years of age, is charged with capital murder with no bond.
Dang.
Well, you have a common suspect for one thing that's charged in all 3, which is Damien McDaniel.
Initially, Damien was charged with just the September murders, along with the other co-defendants. And October 17th, his bond was set for $1.7 million on the September killing spree. On November 27th, Damien was charged in the other mass shootings in July and in August after police were able to make a connection.
So they probably all snitching on each other, man. Motherfuckers love jail. Hey, Moolah, you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying, bro, but I be trying to wrap my mind around how these niggas think sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? And I done been in situations where I'm probably not thinking at my best or full capability, right? But you gotta think of the fucking level of fuck the world it take to just wake up and go shoot up a whole crowd of people that half of them don't even like. What if none? Like if it's only 2 niggas you beefing with out the crowd, you go shoot up the whole crowd. The other 15 people is just innocent bystanders. You just shooting for the fuck of it. Like that's a crazy mind frame to kiss Mom Duke's, hug her, that pops up, see you later, give little bro some love, give your kids some love, and then just go mow down a whole crowd of people. That is a really psychotic mind frame. And I be trying to understand what be making these guys just say, I'm finna just, you know what I'm saying, just go crazy like that.
What's interesting about this case is that back in 2019, he was convicted of 2 counts of attempted murder. He is currently 22 right now. So which means he caught those cases as a juvenile shooting 2 people.
Found an occupied vehicle for shooting into a car with 2 people inside hours after his preliminary hearing. Court records show he stopped by Birmingham police and found with 2 guns. Hey, this nigga is...
That case resulted in him being sentenced to 13 years, but he only served 2, perhaps because of the pandemic. Immediately after his release, he was charged with shooting another person on January 31st of 2021, but the case ended up being dropped after the victim refused to testify in court. Now that he's been sitting in there for some time now.
Some niggas be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get mines back in blood," blah blah blah. Some of their ass be scared.
Now, they're accusing him of 7 others, making it a total of 18 murders and 30 attempts. If found guilty of those charges, it's a possibility he might get the death sentence, making it a total of 18 murders.
What the fuck? They say I'm the monster, man, accused in 18 murders in Birmingham, defends himself.
And 30 attempts. If found guilty of those charges, it's a possibility he might get the death sentence, which I'm all for. Because ain't no way someone who's just out here terrorizing the whole community should be.
Okay, so that's his reason for snitching. Not saying that he's correct, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to get cooked, and he know he got a death penalty on the table.
Be allowed to breathe the same air as us normal human beings.
Yeah,
when I made because ain't no way someone who's just out here terrorizing the whole community should be allowed to breathe the same air as us normal human beings. When I made the last video about him, there was a few people in the comments saying, he's not the only one like that in Alabama. Like that's some kind of brag or some shit. Well, sorry to the regular people in that state. I don't want.
Man, he looks so much like my
only one like that in Alabama. Like that's some kind of brag.
Man, he looks so much like my youngest brother, man. Free Fancy, man. Goodness gracious. He ain't got no paid lawyer with top pay for that lawyer. His ass is gone for man. That dude about to be permanent resident somewhere.
Sorry to the regular people in that state. I don't want to be around people who think shit like this is cool or okay. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but
innocent till proven guilty. Listen what I'm saying. If they was accusing you of one, maybe two bodies, innocent until proven guilty, you know what? Okay. 18 bodies and 30 attempts. Man, you was.
if it's guilty, you know, it's Sparky, or the firing squad like the Asian days, like back in the days, is necessary.
District Attorney Danny Carr is pursuing the death penalty.
Are you seeking the death penalty in this case?
Yes, yes.
Man, we don't need him to accidentally. They don't want him to accidentally get a guard pregnant and pass the seed of Damien on. All pun intended.
It should be publicized, in my opinion. I know it won't bring back the victim, but at least it will calm some of the people affected by his rampage. Let me know if you agree or not in the comment section. It's on Now TV. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Gonna do the same thing to you, so why not do it to them? Why show them compassion when they ain't gonna show your folks no compassion?
Man, that's our second joint for the night, man. I can get us one more. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one right here. That dude right there is crazy. Shit. I don't want to live in Alabama. It's already messed up enough in DC. We talk about the shit that we go through. You see that shit right there? And then they say he not the only one like that. So it's multiple niggas walking around with 20 bodies and 30, 40 attempts. I'm good. I'm stick with Southeast, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video, Mo.